I'm going up and down.
Yeah. That's because your voice is going up and down.
Let's talk about fucking video games.
Hello and welcome to the VideoGamer UK Podcast.
It's Christmas!
It's not Christmas. This will be Christmas Eve when this is going live.
No, it's Christmas right now.
I mean, imagine some people will be listening to it on Christmas Day. But is that what you brought the iPad in for?
Of course it is.
You fucking arsehole. Right, okay,
Not
brilliant.
even using the pop shield on the...
I know.
Outrageous.
That was really bad. Okay, so yes, this is the other half of the Video Gamer team.
This is the Misery podcast.
The Misery Podcast. We had quite a...
No.
Well, it's got me and Burns on it.
Yeah. I think we maybe should have split that up, really, if we'd thought about
What
it.
are you saying? I say video games
Burns
this year.
currently
Oh, Jesus.
has like
He just winked at me after saying that, by the way.
maybe about to mutate. We're not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got something weird growing out my
you
neck.
got the
That's
Resident Evil still.
Yeah, it's not like a spot or anything like that. I think it's like a gland, a rogue gland.
It's like a testicle growing out of your neck.
Yeah.
Excellent. So if you did listen to last week's podcast, you'll know that we took a fun look back at 2013.
I haven't listened to it yet.
The video games that were released.
Wasn't it recorded about half hour ago?
And yeah, we're going to do that today, but with your own personal highlights. I'm looking around this room, I'm seeing some people that have played some video games. Burns, you played...
It's going to be like this all the way through, isn't it?
I mean, Jesus.
No, I've not played anything. Absolutely not.
Yes, you have.
That was my twin brother who wrote all of those
Right, then,
reviews.
well-
Don't worry, I'll drop my highlights on the floor.
Excellent.
Dave, why didn't you bring 2 emergency Red Bull? This is
I only bought one.
This is why we shouldn't. This is the lesson right here. This is why we don't record the podcast in the afternoon
I've got a
after
professionally
lunch.
written list here, Bratters.
Okay.
I've got a list of stuff that happened.
Tom Murray,
Yeah.
get this show on the road. Kick
Right.
us off with
I've got 6 highlights.
some
of the
things
year.
from the entire year that
Highlight number
stood
1.
out.
Year of Burns.
The Year of Burns.
It was the year of Burns.
It just
It's
goes
almost-
on forever.
This will be the last podcast of the Year of Burns because we're not doing one next week.
No, because I'm extending the contract of the year of Burns into
What?
2015. That's the big
For how
announcement
long?
for this podcast. Just into it. I'm making myself president for life. You know, that sort of thing.
I think there's laws against that.
Depends where you are. Certainly not here.
Does anyone think
Okay.
anyone isn't aware that it's Year of Burns?
It gets said enough, doesn't it? Really.
I mean, the evidence is in all the amazing stories and
What
reviews.
is the Year of
Yeah,
Burns?
what have you achieved in the
For
year of
those
Burns?
that don't know,
Wow.
because I don't know.
Well, the year of Burns was getting warmed up last year when we did all the Dead Space stories and stuff like that.
Yep.
Which obviously
I
everyone.
think that had my name on it, actually, Burns, that story.
Year of Scandal.
I think Peter Moore didn't really like me for very long.
It did. But I found it. You wrote it. Essentially, you were like the director. I was the.
No, you were the director, and I was the actor.
No, I was the producer. I put the project into. In that town,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, right, let's make it happen. Anyway,
I was
right,
the studio.
yeah.
It's a bloody long year.
Yeah.
That was like February.
No, but that's
I wasn't working
2013.
here.
that was like the trailer for the year of.
The teaser.
All right.
And then
There's more to come.
And then we started, getting told we weren't allowed to review games, so started reviewing games a bit early. From certain people, they're like, no, we disagreed.
Can we name people?
Well, I mean, it's fairly obvious if you look down the site.
Bethesda.
But, they didn't like some things that I
Merry
said.
Christmas.
Activision.
Activision as
Here
well.
is some legal shit.
No, it's fine. I mean, it's fairly obvious. And then we had a really good E3. We were like, E3 is usually it's got everything's so puffy there. It's like, oh, yeah. And then Man X stood on stage and announced wine. Did some interviews, did pretty well, and highlighted some concerning aspects of. I mean, it was good for Video Gamer for about 10 minutes until Polygon read it and then decided to do their own story, which was exactly the same but didn't credit us.
What was this story, by the way, for people that don't know what we're talking about?
Oh, it was the Women in Games one for Assassin's Creed, wasn't it?
No, I know, but people might listening to this on Christmas Eve. They're all, a bit drunk off the Christmas ale. They're thinking,
The
what is he on
Christmas
about?
ale.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I don't remember any of this. They're thinking this was so long ago in summer. Explain it, Burns. I'm asking you to explain what it was.
Well, I don't know, Dave. You did
Can't
it, didn't
remember what it was.
Didn't you do it?
It was a long time ago.
Assassin's Creed Unity has 4 playable characters, none of which are female, and the reasoning they gave was along the lines of it was too expensive for them to
A lot of work,
achieve.
essentially.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in terms of like getting scoops, That's like a professional highlight. But
So
it
that's
didn't
what the
feel.
Year of Burns is. I thought it was just like when you won a game of Nidhogg or something,
that-
you clicked
that
your
did
fingers
happen,
and
but-
said, Year of Burns.
I mean,
But yeah, it didn't feel great. It was like, oh yeah, we've got a cool, like, we've got a big story. And then as we sat around and watched the absolutely justified outrage,
Yeah.
actually thought, oh, this is actually fucking awful, isn't it? Pretty much. But yeah, the actual Year of Burns, I'm not counting that in the Year of Burns, because the Year of
Okay.
Burns, as you say, that's just things that have happened in
Still
the year.
don't really know what it is.
The Year of Burns is me smashing you all at like VG Versus or being really good at smashing people at Call of Duty and
It's
various...
just the year you wanted to go on camera, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's worked. It's worked. When
my
I
vines
started,
are incredible.
When I
Hit
started
me
at
up.
Video
I don't know
Gamer,
my Vine
He
name.
never wanted to do it, did he?
I remember arguing with you for us to do a video on Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. Is it Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon or just Far Cry Blood Dragon? Either way, it was a challenge. And now, Burns, you are at the face
I didn't
of
feel
Video
comfortable
Gamer.
doing it before, though.
There's a secret behind the scenes, a bit of info here.
Yeah.
I used to have conversations with the former Video Gamer employee, Simon Miller, about how we were going to get Burns in front of the camera.
Yeah.
And we were like, nah, it's not worth the effort. It's not going to happen.
And then it was...
I'd seen how people had generated quite a lot of popularity despite being real wankers. And I thought, I'm a real wanker. And I believe that I arrived in January and said, this year I'm going to become the most one-note, self-aggrandizing, self-popularizing wank of the video games medium scene. I didn't achieve my goal, I don't
You
think.
definitely reached towards it, though.
I mean, it's a positive
taking some
first
baby
step.
steps.
Which is why the Year of Burns obviously will now have to continue almost indefinitely.
All right, cool. Tom, what else was on your list?
More
I feel
from my
like we
list.
only just
yeah.
got 6 things, 6 highlights.
I've got another one, PGR2.
PGR2.
Yeah.
That's a good game. Did
Yeah,
you play it
is.
this year?
Yeah, I did,
Did you?
briefly.
You just sold it though, didn't
No,
you?
I still got it.
Oh.
I played more PGR3, PGR4 actually, because it's a lot easier to play, but
PGR2 was a highlight of this year.
it's hard of every year, bros.
Oh, God. Right, okay.
What's the problem with that?
I don't know. I would have just I expected you just maybe...
Because your highlight is
pick
like
a game that was
remade
released.
turn-based strategy game. Why is that
Yeah.
better? Why is that
And you
better?
couldn't even get the creator on.
Which one?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, I agree with Tom. Not because I like PGR, but because I played Resident Evil HD Remaster, and that was a highlight of my year. Because for very, very similar reasons.
Oh, God.
Resident Evil
So
HD
old
Remaster
old games.
was better than any
Two
game
of
released
my
this year.
3 favourite games were remakes as well, or reimagined.
My goodness.
Yeah?
Yours was probably GTA 5, Dave. Or
Well,
at
we've
least it
had
was
this
up there.
discussion, haven't we? In which you proceeded to take the utter piss out of me
Oh,
for suggesting. Shall we explain? So basically,
I don't know who he's talking to.
my
Talking to
favourite
himself.
games of the year
Here
are
we go.
probably going to
Here we go.
be one that I haven't played.
See, this makes, where it makes no sense.
Right?
Like, I imagine GTA 5 would probably be up there as one of my games of the year.
He imagines.
Unfortunately, I've only played it for an hour, so I can't really quantify it as being my game of the year.
Okay, going.
So I made it another game, which you may or may not have seen by now, which I have played. But as good as that game is, it's probably not as good as GTA 5 is.
Is year of the remakes then, right? I played Last of Us Remastered was this year as well. That was my first experience with it. One of the best games I played.
What game
this
was
year.
that? Sorry, I missed it.
The Last of Us Remastered.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's good, that.
Xenonauts, Chaos Reborn. Shit.
2014, it is the year of
Oh,
remasters.
God. Did any new games
So is
come out this
2015, though. 2015 is going to be the same, but with a few new bits towards the end.
God, why do we even bother?
Metal Gear.
Witcher 3.
Do you think that'll be out anytime soon?
Yeah, but we live in hope. We live in hope.
Actually, by the time this podcast is out, The Witcher 3 has probably already been delayed again. So,
Oh, cutting.
oh, I hope not. It looks good. Seen the second playable character.
Alien. Shut up. Alien is one of the highlights of the year.
Yeah.
That and Resi.
Both the fact that it ended up being a really good game, and it was a surprise announcement this year, right?
Yeah.
Like Creative Assembly of all people working on a good Alien.
I
game.
know.
What
I
happened
know.
there? How did that even become a thing?
Well, we knew they were doing it for a long time,
Did you know
didn't we?
when
But
you went to the studio? Did you know beforehand that was something that might be the reveal?
I think everyone had. I think everyone kind of heard stuff.
Because we'd heard from our super secret source about this Alien game. We didn't know what it was called, or those screens leaked when it was in
Yeah,
previs
that's
in
right.
third
They on
person.
Christmas, right? Last year.
Yeah, and our source had told us that the project was in maybe troubles a bit too strong, but they were still trying to really work out how to get it right, and
Yeah.
which is why it seemed that they waited a long time to show it. Usually, it's the other way around. You show
Yeah,
a
I mean,
little bit, or you announce a name, and
The
then you
game was
go-
almost completed. By
But
the
yeah,
time they
I mean,
announced right?
it was extremely rare to go there. We knew it was probably going to be Alien, sat down. Al Hope, the creative lead, just said, right, this is an Alien game. Yes, he knew we were working on it. Now, would you like to go and play it? Oh, yeah. Pretty well. Not watch a video and then write. And
That's
then
not
in
how
Magazine
reveals are
World,
done.
write 6 pages on that video. No,
Like,
go and play it for 20 minutes.
You're lucky if you get to watch someone else play it at the reveals I've been to.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
But no, Alien was a real highlight. I love the first 3 movies.
See, that's the thing. That's another one of my one of my games of the year, but I haven't played it yet. So
it's a brave step as well by
There's lots of
Creative
games,
Assembly.
Dave, that you can say that about.
the thing is, I play games. I'm one of the few people in this
Why
office
don't
that
you play
actually
these
plays
games?
games.
What are you talking about?
Let me
That is
finish.
absolutely
Let me finish.
outrageous.
That plays games all the time because I don't do anything else with my life.
Okay, that's fair enough.
sadness.
Even though, so
But the good games that I think I'm going to like, I haven't played.
why though, Dave? That makes no sense.
I spent all my time playing The Crew.
Yeah, like stuff like that and Deadfall Adventures and Ride to Fucking
Oh
Hell.
God, was Deadfall
Was
Adventures
that this year?
I don't know, but you definitely...
Remember when I played it? I played it about 3 o'clock in the morning and I ordered myself a pizza at midnight because I was like, am I going to get through? I'm not going to get through this without a pizza. So I did that.
That reminds me of the Destiny
That's hellish in my mind. Like,
the Destiny live stream that we did.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, we did something very similar. We just didn't stop playing
Destiny.
Destiny
What
was
happened to
interesting.
Destiny?
Oh, some people really, really, really
Some
like
people are really into it.
I reckon it's going to get more Game of the Year awards than anything else.
I reckon it might as well, but I don't know if it should.
it. It's weird, isn't it? I get why people are playing it, but I just don't.
That's the thing. Like, there's big new games, big new IPs. Have been really underwhelming. Destiny, Watch Dogs. I mean, Drive Club, for obvious reasons. But yeah, what's going on?
So,
But they're all selling really well. Maybe not Drive Club so much, but Destiny and Watch Dogs.
see,
do well.
Destiny was interesting because I think it was underwhelming if you were expecting the Bungie...
Of course you were.
But I mean, I wasn't.
You weren't expecting a big Bungie extravaganza.
No, I was expecting a very expensive looking, if not feeling, sci-fi shooter, but I wasn't. I don't love Halo. I think some of Halo is really well designed, but at the same time, it's like I don't. People are like, oh, the story.
Well, I think
Halo.
for a very-
like fuck the story
I
in
think
Halo.
a lot
So
of-
when it arrived, I was like, okay, let's play some Destiny. I'm interested to see what it's like, and I do like Halo multiplayer. And then so everyone was like, oh, the fucking travesty. It's like, no, it's not. It's just a kind of good sometimes and a very addictive and a weird kind of Skinner box, like fruit machine sort of way.
Yep.
Like, I think was it Matt called it Farmville in space?
It was a little bit. It was a bit of a
pretty
roller
much.
coaster ride, wasn't it? Because I think for so long, like prior to release, a lot of people were thinking the same way that you were, Burns. Like, sort of, it's going to be all right. It's going to be a Bungie shooter, but they're not really talking about it. So I don't know what to
I
expect.
think the long lead really
Then-
harmed them.
Yeah, and then the alpha came out, and people were like, "This is a taster of what's to come. This is going to be amazing." Fortunately, that taster turned into be the full meal, essentially.
Yeah.
And,
it's like you ordered a starter, but it was a bit too big.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, like when you
Or it
get
was just the same
when you
as
get
the
big
main course.
nachos in
To be
the Crown
fair,
in Shirley.
I think I think we should point out that none of us have really kind of got into a good rating group and played it consistently post launch.
I played it for about fucking 5,000 hours.
Yeah,
for review.
but you can say that about World of Warcraft, the leveling in that, and then you get to the rating and it is a different game. Like
I don't give a shit. Make the rating available at the start.
Some
Then
people do.
Next question.
Yeah, it's like I got to level 20, and that
this is
whole
a different game when you can pass the ball because it's not there in the start. Well, we don't give a fuck.
I'm just saying.
I think I probably put as many hours into trying to get to level 21 as I did get into level 20, and I just gave up
That's true. Yeah,
because it's just bollocks.
I agree with you a little bit though, Braz. There you go, just a little bit.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that that's good. I'm just saying that is a
wasn't
fair point to.
But it
That
was
wasn't
strange that
exaggeration.
Destiny
I didn't
arrived
put
with
as
so
much
much
on.
hype. Like there was a lot of hype, but then there suddenly wasn't any. Do you know
But
what I mean?
the kind of there's a massive user base still playing it though. There are a lot of people
Yeah.
liking that game.
There's a lot of people hating it as well.
Exactly, yeah.
it's
I'm
really
in the middle.
strong
I don't
mix.
hate. In fact,
No,
you know
I'm
what?
in
It's
the
really addictive in its way. Destiny. It's just like I'm shooting stuff and numbers are coming out.
I guess I kind of see Destiny the same way that Tom sees The Crew. I think. Except I don't agree with Tom about The Crew because The Crew
Yeah, no,
was
you
shite.
have mentioned that a few times.
Yeah.
The game you played for endless hours.
Not
Instead of
endless.
Alien Isolation.
The hours have ended now.
Well, at the time,
It's literally not endless.
Right.
More
What,
hours than
what was your
should have
point?
done.
My point is this. No, that was a shit one. Hang on.
Jesus.
No, that was.
Oh God.
Yeah. You want to hear that again?
Nope.
Oh, shit.
Nope, I'm good.
Oh,
Should we move on, Bretters?
What is that? I thought you were on... Is this...
Oh my!
there's a Candy Crush advert
life.
loaded up. Hang on.
Brilliant.
Oh, blimey. This
Brilliant.
is weird.
Do you want a tune?
Do you want another one off my list, Bretters?
Yeah, I guess so. We need
Tom, did you sell that sand today?
It's being
What is
handled
this?
now.
Brilliant.
I offered everything around. No one said a thing.
What are you... We're doing a podcast here, gentlemen.
I didn't bring this up, Bretters.
No, what's reminding me is the Christmas music. So I was thinking I wanted to play fucking Die Hard Arcade.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
But
too
no.
late. Anyway,
You can get an emulator, I'm sure.
anyway, the next
yeah.
thing on my list, Netflix.
Netflix was good.
Netflix was a highlight
Netflix
of
is
your
pretty
year.
much the best thing on any console.
No, that ties in perfectly with what I was just about to say
Yeah.
about how it doesn't feel, how the consoles feel next gen.
Yep.
None of the games do. It feels like we're still waiting.
Oh, definitely.
But the functionality of the consoles, I mean, the Xbox One is a bit of a fucking shit show without Kinect, but some of it is very impressive. And just stuff like being able to instantly pause and resume and switch between stuff, it's very cool. It feels like the
we were talking
natural.
about it in the last week's podcast. What's weird to say? We were talking about how like just the share functionality on the PlayStation 4 feels.
Yeah,
That is the next gen bit.
yeah,
That feels
it's great.
That's really
But it doesn't feel that there's been enough games to really. If you were still on the
I wonder if
fence,
that's fair
wouldn't
now, though.
it wouldn't
Yeah,
push
maybe,
me
yeah,
over.
sure.
But enough games that you couldn't experience elsewhere. Now I'm all for HD remasters. I have argued this, to the hilt. But if I was like, okay, well, I really want to play Game X, I don't know what that game would be.
There were a few. Like I think that if you
Go
look
on,
at
name me one.
if you look at last week's reveal of what okay, I'm not going to
Just say we said it earlier.
So with Shadow of Mordor, right? If you look at the difference between the PlayStation 4 version of that game and the PlayStation 3 version, it is absolutely gigantic, and that is a fantastic game from this year. Like maybe that's it. Maybe Dragon Age Inquisition. I don't really know what the difference is between.
But it still feels like a good first step in a new series rather than that game is the tits.
Inquisition is pretty good as well.
I haven't played that.
Yeah, it's
Again,
great.
that's another one that might be a game
What are
of the
you
year.
doing with your life?
Yeah, that's just how I feel about it, really. And considering we're sitting in an office where we've got access to all the games, I think that I haven't had the inclination to.
Well, not all of them.
Well, pretty much all of them. No, we don't have Die Hard Arcade. I don't really feel that I want to jump into Dragon Age or even Shadow of Mordor. Really, there's been nothing that has said, Steve, you've got to play this. You've got to do it.
Okay,
Really.
Is your game of the year Alien Isolation?
It is. Yeah,
that?
I can't get elsewhere. That's what I'm saying.
Is that going to be? I haven't. It's really hard to know. I haven't really seen the previous gen version of that. Is there even a previous gen version?
Yeah,
or
it's
is that-
very jaggy.
Yeah.
I bought a copy of it for my friend because it was in the Black Friday sale.
You never
So-
buy me
It
anything.
was 12
You're not
quid,
his
wasn't it?
friend.
And he's a massive Alien fan and that. And did you not have a jingle for that, Dave? Not like a sad jingle.
Hang on, there's one that looks a bit sad.
Is this an app?
That's not very sad,
No.
Dave.
That's the opposite of sad. I feel delightful.
But yeah, I
Ooh,
think most of
I feel all
Aliens
tingly.
is like mood, isn't it? And your lighting plays a part in that.
Yeah.
But I still think, I
think it's kind of. I don't know. I agree with you, and I am yet to buy a new gen.
exactly.
console.
Don't be mouthing off about me, mate.
But
when
I'm
you've
just
not even
thinking.
done it.
I'm thinking.
I've got one.
It's kind of
Sue me.
It's kind of sneaked in, sort of like the Wii U did, when everyone was like, "There's no reason to get
It's
the
not-
Wii U."
Wii
and
U's
then,
got no good games.
and then it suddenly did have good games, and it wasn't that dramatic. Like
name me
one
one.
game that did it.
Zombie U. All right, fair enough.
Super Smash Bros. Bayonetta 2 is
I'm
one
playing-
of Tom's favorite games
Lol.
of years.
I'm playing
Oh,
Sonic
la, la.
Lost World at the moment.
Dave.
It's way better than I thought it was going to be.
What are you doing?
Yeah, but that's
not
relative.
That's
though,
not
isn't it?
the new shit one. That's last year's shit one.
Okay.
Oh.
But it's still.
Yeah, it's
Mario
not.
Kart 8.
The Wii U has
These
some
are all good
Right,
games.
so I was only joking about
Okay.
the Wii U does have some very, very good games.
Yeah.
I don't think any of my favourite games this year on new gen.
We use great Christmas console.
Why are your favourite games?
I played one of them on new gen, but it could Diablo 3. But I could have easily played that on an Xbox 360.
or
probably.
the PC. Like
I don't think I'd have got on with
Years
the PC version. Too geeky in it.
not really. No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
It's all mouses and stuff.
It's not really geeky though. Is
Well,
it?
that
It's
is a
just
bit
different.
geeky.
I mean, you use a mouse and keyboard when you doing day-to-day work.
Because I'm forced to do it for a job.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Could be out there doing other stuff, Tom.
Could be
That's
digging
all
ditches.
I'm saying. Going back to what you were saying about Netflix and functionality of consoles, I'll let you in on a little secret. You may or may not have seen my game of the year, as mentioned earlier. I don't know when it's going up. But originally it was going to be EA Access. My game of the year. I know, it's stupid, isn't it?
It's really stupid.
crazy.
It's incredibly stupid.
But then Tom talked sense into me and was like,
Is that
you sound like an idiot,
Isn't that
Dave.
because I said, have you played any of those games? You were like, no.
Well, technically I have, but not through EA Access because I owned a lot of them already.
So as a service, you've made no use of it whatsoever.
Oh, no, I have, absolutely. I've tried some games, but I've not really sunk a lot of time into them. Like Madden. Played that for a bit. And
I mean, it would be insulting to pick that as your game of the year, though, wouldn't it? Really.
But things like Dragon Age, you get like a trial on there and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's actually really cool. It's a pretty chunky demo that you get with Dragon Age, isn't it?
Or 6 hour, first 6 hours. But you look at the model, and it's like the first step to the future, isn't it? Like, and because they've set such a low price point, like £20 a year, I think is quite good for what you get on it. I mean, it's not Netflix.
Can you imagine if Sony did that, but with PS1, PS2 games?
That's what I'm saying.
It'd be so good.
But that's
PlayStation Now is going to potentially do that, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but not PlayStation Now. If they do that, that would be better than what they're doing now, but still won't be as good as just being able to download them, because that is, you don't get any lag and anything. Like, it's not. I mean, if they can solve the lag problems and they make PS Now Netflix for old games, brilliant. But I'm not convinced that the streaming thing is actually going to work.
That's the thing. Like, it's such a low point. Like £20 a year, I think works out to about £1.60 a month. £1.60 a month. Like, my lunch costs me twice as much a day. And you think, how are publishers going to compete with that? Because surely they're going to want to roll this similar service out over time.
Well, I guess they think this monetises our games that aren't selling anymore.
Just drop my list again.
It's all right. Go for it. Also, find a more cost-effective way to buy your lunch, mate.
It's a big spender.
It is. I mean,
these meal deals add up.
If I could get a pay rise, I wouldn't need to do that.
Well, that's not really what I was talking about,
this is the forum for this discussion.
Very, very political there, Dave.
Jeez.
No, I was just asking nicely.
I will represent you. Or you need your one union rep.
All right, Dave. Why don't you jump in with one of your highlights?
Yeah.
You've been Mr. Downer so
I thought we
far.
were going through Tom's list first.
No, I like to jump around.
Back to my list.
We'll be spontaneous.
Oh, you're jumping around.
All over the shop.
The highlight of my year
The highlight
has
It's gonna
been
be a funny
EA Access.
No. It has been watching Ubisoft dig a bigger and bigger hole for themselves as the weeks go on.
Shouldn't that be a low light, really?
I found it amusing. I'll be honest. If anyone from Ubisoft is listening,
Jeez.
you're going to hate me. But Merry Christmas, etc., etc. The year is finally over, and we can start again afresh in 2015. But you know what I mean?
It
just seems to have been disaster after disaster.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't think it really deserves... Well, hang on. Let me rewind a little bit. The games themselves, I don't think perhaps deserve the negative... or the negativity around it, because I think Assassin's Creed is probably still quite a good game. Far Cry is quite a good game. The crew is underwhelming, it's a little bit shit, but some people like it, whatever.
Tom likes it.
Yeah. But the stuff that they say around these games is ridiculous. And so, it all kind of started. It really kicked off with your thing, like we were saying earlier, about the female characters in Unity and the way that they responded to that.
But
did they even respond to that? I'm not even sure they did.
That was nothing compared to the resolution parity.
Exactly.
Story.
I mean, I've written a list down here of what happened.
Of hiccups, Ubisoft hiccups.
There was the parity quote, which was a gem.
Yep.
There was then the performance when it actually came out, which was abysmal. There was the review scenario where they set the embargo after launch. And then there was the crew review scenario where they said, which they completely bodged up, by saying that review copies won't be available until launch day. When actually, they could have said, reviewers will have them before launch day.
Yeah,
Which we did.
On top of that, there was that screenshot from Unity of the missing face.
Glitch face, man.
Has become a whole thing. It's bigger than Unity. It is actually bigger than Assassin's Creed Unity. That screenshot.
It's like, why? Why put your reputation at risk?
You read The Stand, Burns?
No.
There's a character in The Stand called Randall Flagg.
Right.
And they describe him the way that Glitch Face Man looks.
Really?
In my head, when I'm reading The Stand,
That's it.
Glitch Face Man is this devil man.
You've ruined The Stand then. Thanks.
Yeah.
Just their whole communication around everything. It's just they never seem to say the right thing. And when they do try and say the right thing, it either comes across as a bit of a joke or incredibly
It's
condescending.
like what they said the other day in the patch notes. Yeah.
Where it's like,
What was that?
Quality assurances of paramount importance to us or something like that. I'm paraphrasing there, but that's basically what they said. It's like, but you've just come out of a controversy where you've released quite a glitchy game. I'm not sure you should really say that. Just say, look, owned it, didn't we? And we're trying to fix it.
Listen, we've got way too many games to release in like 2 weeks. Just give us a break, yeah?
Yeah.
I think it just represents very poor PR, and it also speaks of a company that's far too large to not have its shit together in this way. Like, we know the PR guys from UK and everything. They're not idiots, and they don't sit around throwing puppies into fires, laughing about how they're going to screw people over. Well, not in the daytime anyway. But at the same time, this is a gigantic company, and every time that we've spoken to them about something, it's like, I've got to speak to someone else, and it's just like people just want a clear message. People who play games
I think that's the case with a lot of people, though. Like, I speak to a lot of people in the UK, and it's like, well, we have to speak to European.
But I'm just saying, with all of the controversies that Ubisoft has had, it's exacerbated the problems each and every time.
Yeah.
Because it's got to run up the flagpole.
Yeah.
And all of that. So I'm not making excuses for them, but it speaks of massive development teams and massive companies. And when a tiny thing goes wrong, it can be blown into a big thing, especially on Twitter. But when something massive goes wrong, or when they say something very stupid, then you're going to have a lot of trouble. And I think Ubisoft, fell foul of that.
Really, I'm just a little bit angry that they accused us of doing something we didn't do.
Yeah,
and if I'd have done that to them, then they'd have been right on the phone,
Do you want to say
kicking
what
up
that
a
is?
right stink. They didn't say it direct, but they implied that we had said something we hadn't about them. And
Was it the puppies thing? Did you say? Is that where the rumor came from? Did you suggest?
I can't remember exactly what the wording was, but they implied that we had used quotes from their producer or developer, or whatever it was, to say that
This is the parody quote, right?
to say that they'd gimped the PS4 version of Assassin's Creed, and that's not what we said at all. That was what the community said based on what their developer said. So,
and wasn't it this year that they did the tablets thing as well? The Nexus
tablet,
tablet.
wasn't it? Yeah.
Well, yeah. There you go. Very silly. Full disclosure, I was on that trip. I'll get mine back straight away. So when all this broke out...
how did you get the assets then, Steve?
Yeah, good point,
the assets,
actually.
The screenshots and the trailers were
you
all
need
on
that Nexus for the companion app, Steve. OMG.
Yeah, the companion app that I played while I was there.
Stop.
Yeah.
Keep rolling the excuses out, lads.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Get them going.
Some of those, when that came on Twitter, firstly, maybe smug's the wrong word. And I was like, how do people who were on that trip think that it wouldn't, that you could just take a Nexus tab? And no, it was ridiculous. And yes, it did have some assets on it, but
You just can't do that in the year of Burns.
Yeah,
It's just not on.
It doesn't.
people were looking at me.
doesn't
I was like, I can't take this. There's no justification. They were like,
While slipping it in the bag.
exactly. No.
Don't go free. Sam.
Right, next topic. Let's move off
Next
of
topic.
Ubisoft.
We went. Yeah, that was quite down. That wasn't a highlight,
Yeah.
Dave.
No, but
that might have been a highlight from it.
It was for me.
A news
No,
point of view.
it's important.
It was important.
Every day
to
another
talk
story.
about. Tom, what's the next one on your
Next
list?
on my list.
Yeah, you seem to be.
I'm glad that Tom came
You
prepared.
seem to
for
be
this.
caught. I've got loads of we
Yeah.
talk about.
Oh,
I've got
yeah,
a
you're
list.
not talking about them, are you, Steve?
Being mean
Really
to
struggling.
at the Bratters.
Yeah, that's been. You've had a
That
good
was
year.
particularly
You had a
good.
good year. when-
Yeah, I created the alternative Bratters.
The parody account.
Yeah.
that was good.
Actually,
One of two parody accounts created.
Yeah.
This year.
Whoa, hang on. I'm only aware of one of them. And yours, which is parody in itself. But what's the other one?
Jim's.
No, I know what that one is.
So there's Tom made
Oh,
one
yeah,
at
there's...
Chris Bretters.
Yeah.
And then there's
The
at
While I was
Shadows.
on this podcast, someone messaged me and said, I was trying to find Chris Bratt and I found you instead.
and just probably stopped there.
So
We're going to have to get you a tick, Bratters, I reckon.
Yeah, I honestly, I've been thinking about
It's
it.
my dream that my account gets the tick.
That's illegal.
Mine,
That's got to
mine
be
will
illegal.
get one before all of yours.
You've got a parody account as well.
Yeah, well, I'll just make loads. And also,
Yeah, by
on the subject of
quantity.
parody and
Okay.
Bratters, you made my year when you asked if the Order 1886 was set in 1942.
Okay,
Which
right.
is
when
pretty
you say,
much
when you
my
say it like
all-time
that,
favourite thing.
when
That
you
is
say it like that, it makes me
amazing.
sound a little bit thick. The thing is, right?
It's called the Order
thing is-
1886.
The way I asked it was because you just picked up an automatic weapon,
Yeah.
an automatic weapon that's stylized after like a World War II gun, maybe.
Uh-huh, yeah.
And I asked, when is
After
this
a
set?
Bren gun.
As in, like, that doesn't make any sense to me. If it's in 1886,
Yeah,
how can they
but-
have these guns? And then obviously,
It's not a
there's
documentary, Bratters.
I know, but it just feels weird. And you've taken that out of context, and now I look really silly.
No, I just quoted you verbatim, Bratters.
Unbelievable.
So that was good. Yeah, you're right, Tom. Tom, you're nailing these. You've got all the highlights of the
Yeah,
game.
the highlights from the
All
show.
the highlights.
All right, Steve. Talk to me about something that you've liked this year. Something that's put a smile on that cold face of yours.
Oh, new Pez. New Pez.
Yeah, of course it is.
Well,
that's great. That's cool.
You fucking asked me.
Brilliant. What makes it a good Pez?
Nothing.
Can we not talk about Pez again?
Look, hey, if you can talk about fucking
You know what,
your vendetta against Ubisoft,
your fucking hate.
Whoa! It's not a vendetta. First of all,
the way the passing is really slow and sluggish. That's what I like most about it.
I think I mentioned that in my review. So I liked Pez.
Good.
I liked Resident Evil.
Pez is
I liked Alien. I liked Netflix. I liked House of Cards.
Yep.
Yeah,
Gaming
very good,
highlight
that.
there.
Which was a bit of a game in itself to avoid spoilers.
I haven't seen it yet.
Because
well, don't do spoilers.
I'm not gonna use the spoilers. But maybe if you keep on moaning, I will.
Jesus.
It's not going to spoil it for me.
What other cool stuff happened?
Telltale had a good year. Telltale done some really cool stuff.
I've got another highlight.
Walking Dead Season 2. Game of Thrones, Borderlands, big surprise. Telltale have been alright. Wolf Among Us was this year as well, wasn't it?
Brez,
Yeah, I guess
we
so.
won the fucking video award. Not
That's
you
not-
and I, but like the royal we, the editorial we, won the GMA for best video. That's obviously a highlight.
That was nice.
You proud of that?
It was good.
You don't look very proud of that.
I'm proud.
You're back to back, Brez, which means the pressure's on for next year. And I've got to say, some of the video stuff we've been doing to reclaim that crown has been superb.
So okay, so we're about to hit the Christmas. In fact, this is going up on the 24th. So
We've probably
it,
seen at least some of the video.
some
content.
of Video Gamer's Christmas content.
yeah, I do like a lot of
Alex
the
in
new video stuff is good. You know, I'm very happy.
You're only saying that because you're in it all the time, Burns.
What are you? I'm not in
You're
all of it.
Burns.
I'm very happy if you let me finish with.
There was a
Jim-
comment the other day.
with
Called
Jim's
you a prick.
contribution. Yeah, I
Wanted to
know.
get rid of you.
Yeah, actually, another highlight was Lydia, my girlfriend, finding out just how much abuse I get on a daily, unending basis, and her being appalled at the YouTube comments and me laughing heartily.
Surely a highlight has to be the reaction to our Sunset Overdrive video preview.
Yeah,
Yes, that
good.
was the NeoGAF.
Do you still stand
thread.
by the score?
Yes.
Okay, carry on.
Yeah.
I was hoping
What
you'd
was
say
that?
no.
What was that?
I was just hoping he'd say no because then it'd be funny.
Doubt into. Yeah. Oh, it's actually a really good game.
No.
I think Steve's review is pretty fair, to be honest.
Well,
from what
how
I've seen.
dare you? You're obviously wrong, along with myself and everyone that signed off on it, Tom.
Sorry.
So, Sunset Overdrive was a highlight, to be fair, because I got to just have a big laugh about everyone moaning about my review. Like people inventing mechanics in the game that they hadn't played, which don't exist, to explain why I didn't like it. And so much so that when I went to my to a Halloween party this year, I went as a video game journalist wearing a homemade Sunset Overdrive screen printed T-shirt.
That was
Yeah.
one of my highlights.
That
Seeing you in that was
good.
amazing.
It was I was like undercover games journalist.
Did anyone else realise you were actually in costume?
Yeah, one of my long time friends from the video game industry turned up dressed as himself, which was my inspiration essentially.
And they looked like
yeah, and we had a big laugh about it, and then I had to leave the kitchen
Did
to
he
pulling a knife out
Did he
of a drawer.
know that you were modelling yourself after him?
Yeah, I texted him and said, "I'm on the way to this party. I'm coming with you."
because you don't dress as a typical games journalist. You're sitting in a blazer, Burns, which is
Actually,
It's not a blazer,
this
is
isn't
it?
a blazer.
what is it? Is it a cravat?
It's
What's a cravat?
well, no, Dave, this is not a cravat.
What is a cravat, Burns?
It's well, you would wear it essentially in place of like a tie. It goes under your shirt, like pops out a little bit on the
Like a waistcoat?
on the neck. No,
Waistcoat.
I've never worn a cravat, so I don't actually know the popular mechanics of it. But I know people who wear them like that. But Dave, you seem to think that I'm like some crazed Vogue magazine bastard, but I'm really not. I don't know everything or even a lot about fashion.
Oh, you're a very stylish man,
I just know
Burns.
that sometimes people should wear shoes. Kojima. Oh no, that is the highlight. When I woke up and Kojima had been. He wasn't allowed into his own after party essentially in Vegas because he was wearing trainers and people were
Jesus
going
Christ.
mad. I'm like, well,
Kojima.
you can't just rock around Vegas wearing trainers.
You can if
not?
you're
Of course you
Kojima.
can.
You're a 51-year-old man.
But it's fucking made
But
by
really, you
idea.
can't.
It's fine.
You really can't.
Do you remember the
do that anymore.
BMW thing?
We'd have to talk about that.
I'm not sure.
I
I'm
don't
looking at
think we
Tom
are.
now.
I'm
No,
not sure we are.
really.
We're not.
No.
No, we're not. 'cause that was off the
Oh.
record.
We can leave it
wasn't
as
Hideo
that.
Kojima.
Leave it like that.
He drives a Beamer. That'll do.
I went to the Halloween party with you, Burns, when you dressed up as a games journalist.
You went as a panda, didn't
I was
you?
a Skellington.
Sometimes I
No.
wonder, your little adventures that you go on. Should I be there with you?
Well, we often invite you out, Dave. That's a low light of the year that you always say no.
You always say no.
That is a lie. That is a lie.
Dave, name 5 times we've been out this year.
5 times?
Yeah, 5 times that have not been press events or overseas trips.
What? Us together?
Yeah.
This is really awkward.
You've not started with one day. I can't remember one.
Tom, back to your highlight list. How's it going over there?
Tom, give this some shape.
What's video games been like for you this year?
I've done Year of Burns, I've done PDR2, I've done Netflix.
Any games that came out this year?
Diablo 3, but we talked about that, haven't I?
Yep.
I love it.
Is it still going all right?
It's good.
Still,
yeah.
Yep. Any changes since our last update?
No, not really. Same.
Excellent.
What's next on the list?
Okay.
I bought a TV,
Jesus,
50-inch TV for £9.
No,
that is the next. That would be my highlight as well.
There's no way of.
That's on my wall.
Wait a minute. I'm meant to be switching out of this, aren't I?
You can switch out of it in a minute.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're getting James Orry.
James is going to be like dead air constantly for like however long he's on air. What's he got to add to this podcast?
No, because people have
just
been
saying
waiting.
that because he's your brother.
He just wants to be on it because it's the Christmas podcast.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's like,
fine.
Merry Christmas, everybody!
what was that?
That wasn't a man. That wasn't Santa. Nice little finish there. That was good. Excellent.
Is it Last Orders? What is that?
What does it say on it? What are you tapping?
Star.
It's Christmas tomorrow in when this podcast goes up. You're ruining it for everyone.
What's everyone hoping to get for Christmas?
Gun.
I've just asked.
Gun?
Oh, I still haven't done my Secret Santa. Fuck.
Oh, God, I better bring that in.
Yeah, shit.
Must
I've got the
remember.
best Secret Santa.
No, you haven't.
Have you got someone in this room?
No, you haven't. I know. I know what some people's Secret Santas. They've got other people that, and they are incredible.
Have you got someone in this room, Dave?
Maybe.
Will any of them
That's a
beat
yes.
the print I got of Dave's face? for
But you
last
never
year?
put up.
I know.
I'm really upset about that. I was talking about that the other day. with
Why don't
someone.
you put it up somewhere?
I need a frame that's about 10 feet tall. I don't know. Where would I put it? I
Nah,
wouldn't
just
want it in
blue
my
tack
house.
it in the
Yeah, it's
in the
supposed
front
to be,
room.
It should be that. We should.
Yeah, it
we
should
should
be
put
in
it up
here.
here.
Yeah.
Dave's face, just so I can look at it. Right there.
Be inspired.
That'll be lovely. Absolutely lovely.
I got another highlight.
Yep.
Broken games.
What, you just pick things that are really sad.
Halo, Assassin's Creed, and Drive Club. Couldn't think of any more
Crew.
at the time. The crew wasn't broken.
We were broken. I lost loads of stuff.
Oh, yeah, it was totally broken. Yeah, the crew.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Publishers, sort it out. next
FIFA was
year,
a bit
please.
broken, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah, and keepers were impossible. Yeah.
I hope we haven't got to that point where they think, we'll just release it and then the DLC will just sort of give out its compensation.
Well, last year wasn't
Whatever.
that like Battlefield was completely.
That was the
broken
only
for
major
ages,
one, though,
it?
wasn't it? Really.
I will tell you that last week's podcast was significantly more positive than this.
What do you want me to say, Bratters? Do you want me to come out and
I've
say?
I've asked you for your highlights of the year, and so far you've said Ubisoft fucking everything up and broken video games.
It's been a bit of a shit year, hasn't it, Bratters? I was going through this for my game of the year, and I was like, all the games are crap.
I think that just says maybe
They're not all
something about-
crap. They're not all crap, but
Classic Dave.
There hasn't-
Flip-flopping.
there hasn't been like massively great things, has there?
Alien Isolation.
Yeah, but again, like it sort of came and went, didn't it? It feels like it's had its time and it's gone. No one's really thinking about Alien Isolation.
Burns is.
What are you talking about?
I'm
Who
thinking
are you
about
talking
it.
on behalf of right now?
It's really good.
No, but
How
that
are you making? How the hell can you make that
Dave
statement?
likes to talk about other people's
No.
opinions.
People aren't thinking about Alien Isolation now.
I don't know. Like the Evil Within, it sort of came and it went. Like there's no.
Right, shut up. Has anyone got a Christmas game?
What, the game they're going to play at Christmas?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I'm getting an Xbox One for Christmas.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of
So you're the guy.
kind of bought most of it myself and then just added on
I've
a
bought
bit
most of
money.
it.
So hopefully I'll play some Forza Horizon 2 at Christmas.
It's a good game, that.
If not, I might try and play last year's Christmas game, which I never played, which was Zelda Link Between Worlds.
I think you'll have a good time. But
Just
you've
sound
got a
like-
kid
In
now,
reality,
so you
I
can't be
won't
really
play
selfish about
much of anything. I'll probably just play some Diablo 3.
it. Yeah. Brad's Christmas game.
I never got around to Divinity Original Sin, actually. That's supposed to be a real good game this year. Like kind of
I was
classic
trying to think
RPG.
of the geekiest thing you could pick, and you've done it, haven't you?
What, picked a game that I like?
Yeah.
So how... Right. Okay. It's the end of the year. I'm going to say something right now. I get the stick for liking games that you guys don't like. At least I like video games. All right, Dave. Dave over here hasn't said a single game that he likes. He's just sitting there moaning.
Dave single-handedly
You talking about Diablo 3
industry with his
and
pre-orders.
Burns just keeps saying it's the year of Burns, which isn't a video game. It's just a statement about himself.
Well,
no.
I mean, it is.
All right?
It is like a video game.
I've pre-ordered loads of games.
Dave, what are you going to play on Christmas Day?
Something crazy.
Of all the games you've pre-ordered, which is all of them, which one are you going to go, you know what?
I can see him playing some really violent sessions of GTA
Yeah.
Christmas Day.
Yeah, well, I've got to go back to the 2 games that I said no one was talking about anymore.
God damn it. Why do you do this?
So I might play Alien or Evil Within.
God, what a bad person.
But I'm also getting back into my Wii U like I do every year at Christmas. And I said earlier, I'm playing Sonic Lost World, which...
Of all the games you could play, why that one?
He's a terrible man, is he?
And I've also got Mario 3D World still to go back
That's
to.
fine. Play that one
Which
instead.
I might do.
Shit, I do need to get around to Alien.
But I'm quite looking forward to finishing Far Cry. I'll finish that, I think. I might... I'm tempted to go back to Assassins. I was hoping that the patch that came out... Let me work this out. Last week...
That was not hard.
would do a better job than it appears to have done.
The thing is with Alien Isolation, though, if that's an actual Christmas Day game, you can't play Alien Isolation on Christmas Day. You can't go from, like, sitting around a table drinking
I played Dead Space 2 on Christmas Day.
to being chased around a space station by Xenomorph.
That's why, Braz, because I've played all the games now.
Yep.
My Christmas Day is going to consist of me, or was going to consist of me watching Double Impact on Blu-ray. But then I found out that the Double Impact artwork on the Blu-ray release is terrible, so I can't pay money for that. I'm just going to have to nick it now. You know, look, I wanted to give you money, but you've ruined the poster.
I've told you
this
the
is
time.
why people use ad block. This is exactly
Plus,
it.
they don't have to listen to me speaking about Double Impact artwork.
So they'll say, "Oh, this game has done something wrong." So, or this site is talking about Gamergate, so I'm going to turn.
Or maybe what I'll do is I'll buy it and then I'll print off in very high quality paper the actual original poster and just slip it into the.
That doesn't work. That doesn't count as a transaction.
Or maybe I'll download it and then tweet Jean-Claude Van Damme saying, "Yo, what's your PayPal? Because I owe you like £8 or something." And then because he wouldn't get £8 from the royalties,
and he shouldn't.
So
because he didn't fund the film.
But there would be no film without Jean-Claude Van Damme twice.
And a lot of other people. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve some of it. I'm just saying he deserves a little bit.
The more they're doing a new Kickboxer, like a reboot.
Probably.
And isn't Van Damme the teacher now? And Batista's in it.
Yeah, it's like Top Gun 2 is going to happen, isn't it?
Why? What?
Top Gun 2 is going to happen.
Are you guys being serious?
I mean, Top Gun 2 already did happen. It was called like Cocktail, but and Days of Thunder, which was
Cocktail.
Oh, Bratters.
Cocktail.
Seriously.
I had that film on video.
Seriously.
Did you?
Yeah.
Cocktail.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh, it was all right.
I only watched Top Gun for the first time this year.
Very
That was a
80s.
highlight.
Yeah.
Top Gun was a highlight of 2014 for me.
Oh, Bratters.
That
I was speaking to one of my friends the other day and said you had the best time at E3 because in the entertainment system there was Top Gun and Hot Shots.
Yep.
Like watch one
them
after the other.
And I did.
Do you remember when we
Dream
broke
man.
into E3?
Yeah, I do.
You remember that very well.
E3 was good. E3 was a highlight. Loads of good stuff. Loads of good site stuff.
I was on the
loads of
leaderboards,
shenanigans.
for the in-flight Tetris on the way there and the way back.
You are
bloody
very
good at
You are
Tetris.
very good at Tetris.
Oh,
so
man,
I'll
that
give
really
you
gets
that.
me. For me, go
When
there.
you challenged me at Tetris on the plane,
Tetris
I was like, I am going to wipe the floor with this boy. And you'd completely dicked on me in the end, didn't you?
Yeah,
So
well, it's been a phrase you've gone back to several times this year, hasn't it?
I tell you what,
Dicked on.
dicking on Cow was a highlight for me.
Pardon?
Down in Croydon Town Centre.
What?
Just the other week, Bratters, don't you remember
He
it?
didn't say cow. He said cowl.
Cow.
Simon Cowell.
Oh, fuck.
Right.
I thought you said cow. Okay. Right,
When you got approached by a security guard
Yep.
to take your sign down.
That was good. I mean,
It was an
It was
excellent-
literally like 2 weeks ago, but yeah, it was good.
I enjoyed it. That was one of my
Excellent.
highlights.
Right, I'm going
So,
because James has to come on now.
should we get James in for the last 10 minutes?
Do you want me to wish
So-
you a Merry Christmas?
Yeah. Jingle me out.
Hang on.
I mean,
Merry Christmas, people.
imagine.
Merry Christmas!
That's kind of like what I said.
Imagine if this was what Serial's production values were like the way, when they fade in that amazing music in between sections, and that they just had someone holding a fucking iPad next to the microphone.
Next time
Shut
on
up.
Serial.
Bye, everyone.
Tapping the iPad
Bye,
furiously.
birds.
Bye.
Have a good Christmas.
God damn it!
That is last rounds, isn't it?
Is that the star?
Do you want some more songs? I could buy the app to get
No,
more.
it's fine. It's
Don't
fine,
worry
Dave.
about it.
Honestly, don't worry about it.
It's
good.
What should we talk about? We're waiting for James.
Why don't you want James to come in on the podcast? You
Well-
seem very down about the idea.
What can he possibly provide?
Well, we haven't spoken to him all year.
Well, you'll find out soon.
Like-
You'll be like, why didn't I listen to Tom? He's probably going to try and say something funny, that he never plays games.
James is quite witty.
What?
James is quite witty.
Can we have some brotherly banter? Like what you get up to at home and things like that.
some Christmas tales from the RE
Don't know.
family.
I found all my videos, did I tell you? Of
Did
me
you?
playing the videos when I was a kid.
Let's
Let's
hope-
play.
You got to get those converted, Dave.
Yeah,
we get them
the
up next year.
VHS at the moment.
We do a special Let's Play with Dave from the 90s.
It's like a director's commentary.
Yeah, you can talk over them.
Can you do that? Can you do this?
Well, how do I do that? I
Go
mean,
into a shop.
Go into a shop.
feed
that
the
does
tape
it.
into my mouth
No,
and
Dave.
No, absolutely not.
Go into one of the many shops, probably like the shops that do photos.
That's what I was going to say.
A photo shop. They exist.
Mm-hmm.
Snappy Snaps, something like that.
It's James RE.
Here we go.
Have a seat. Have you got some headphones?
He's got a list.
James,
You got s-
just in time.
I don't have any headphones.
Are you actually? Is he actually taking them out?
Does he need
Oh,
them?
okay. This is unbelievable. Would you? Will you be able to? Will you be able to deal without headphones?
He doesn't know that. He doesn't know what it's like with headphones.
It's fine. It's fine. You'll be able to hear us. So, James, say hello to the
Hang on,
people
let
that
me
have
just
stuck with the podcast
reposition
this
this.
long.
That one's a bit freaky, actually. I'm not going to play that one again.
People may remember me from podcast circa 2010.
Oh God, you do sound similar to Tom. Your voice
Just
is.
realised.
Do you need
this,
some
have you?
headphones, James?
Yeah, but I don't know. That's never really hit me before. How are you, James? How's 2014 been for you?
How'd the last 4 years been
Why
for
have you not
James?
been on the podcast very
last
much?
4 years. Last time I was on a podcast, it used to be a quiz.
Better days.
That was
I hear.
much more
We can make
enjoyable
a quiz.
for everyone.
Nope.
I'll make some questions right now.
No, it's fine.
I'll do it.
Don't.
No,
It's fine.
Karen, you carry on. I'll do some questions.
So I think the reason that you might not have been on the podcast that much
Yeah.
is because I think you admit yourself that you don't play an awful lot of video games.
No, I think this year
What have you played?
I've played Mario Kart 8.
Oh, that's a good one.
How long?
A couple of days.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, you haven't played it for a couple of days, have you? You've
Okay,
played
like
it
5 hours.
really?
That's pretty substantial.
Yeah, 5 hours.
I bet it's less.
Did
no,
you-
no.
Have you checked out the new DLC tracks? That's
No.
the bit I really mess
No,
around
it's
with.
too new.
Too new.
Hasn't
Maybe
even
get
checked
to that
out.
to
Hasn't
later
even
on.
checked out all the tracks included in the disc.
No, it's true.
Did you like what you
Yeah, I
saw?
like Mario Kart. That's why I got a Wii.
Who's your favourite?
He liked it so much he played
Rider,
it for a
Carter.
maximum of 5 hours.
Yeah, but James has got a lot on.
See, the reason
5 hours is a lot.
the reason I stopped playing it is because I had a baby.
See, that's an achievement. That's got to be a highlight of the year.
Yeah, it's on my list. Baby.
It's actually.
Yeah, baby's on
Is
there.
it top of the list? Let's just say yes.
No, it's
Oh, God,
actually-
no. What's above your own child?
Well, because it was written for comedic effect. So I
Okay.
have all this other stuff and then baby.
Okay.
At the end.
We've blown the punchline, haven't we, a little bit?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
We should get your baby on the podcast.
She doesn't do much.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not sure. That's a good idea.
does she need to?
And
She just
and-
sort of make
and-
noises.
and you're
That's
not
how it
allowed
works,
any
isn't
kids,
it?
Dave.
I don't do much.
Yeah, we can.
I sit here and make quizzes. I've got a question for you when you're ready.
It's a single question quiz.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can open it to the floor. Or I don't want to interrupt James's moment.
Okay.
It's the first time in 4 years.
Yeah, it's a big moment.
What are we going? Is there more list or are we going to
Let's
Dave?
do the quiz first.
Okay.
Oh, all right. You ready for my question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which games company put out the most broken games this year?
Can you stop?
Let me guess.
Ooh.
He's been having such a dig.
Is it Ubisoft?
Are there any other guesses?
Is it?
Is it the people that made Rambo the video game?
Did Ubisoft also publish Broken Sword on like? Did they also do that?
I think they might have done, at some point.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, the answer is not Ubisoft.
Oh,
The answer has been withheld for legal reasons, actually. So if you'd like to take that back and censor your little mouths
jeez.
for these companies to see.
It
Are
was
you making
all-
news jokes? Are
It
they
was all a
doing?
big
Are they doing
joke.
news
It was all a
jokes?
setup. Tricked us into a joke.
Oh, you.
The problem is,
you
me and
news
Dave-
I'm such a
hounds.
swine.
You are.
You know what
Dave and
this?
I
You know what
were in
this needs,
here.
don't you, Bratters?
Oh no!
What happens if any news
Yeah,
happens?
it just happens.
Oh,
Yeah.
good lord.
We just forget about it now.
Well, it is Christmas. I mean, most people have stopped.
No, that was the wrong one. No, it's
Yeah,
getting
have you had
Christmassy.
Had an hour of this.
An hour.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's been
I liked
intolerable.
how before he played that, he smashed his iPad into the
I
microphone.
know, just so everyone knew what he was doing.
Well, my microphone seems to... Oh, I'm slurring my words. Something put someone there. That's booze. I'm sure there is.
Dave's very close to his.
No, this isn't close.
No.
Usually his nose hangs over the top.
I may have just dropped a little Christmas treat into your Red Bull there. Well, maybe it's just the Red Bull
You
on its
dropped
own,
something
knowing
into
you.
Dave's drink.
Knowing Dave, it's probably the Red Bull would do its work on its own.
It's not the Christmas party yet, Brad.
Yeah.
Talking of highlights of the year again,
Mhm.
do you remember when I put a little swig of Malibu in my orange juice on a live stream? That was nice, wasn't
and on
it?
the hours preceding the live stream when you were working.
I think the Malibu is still there, is it?
I'm not sure that happened, Brad.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think
How
that
have you not been fired? Like, you should have been fired.
Dave's a professional.
I am. You all take the piss,
James.
but I am.
Dave's on time every day.
Oh, that's a bit of a jazzy one, isn't it? Jesus Christ.
That was amazing.
I thought it was going to keep going. Thankfully, it
There'll be more of that later. I've just downloaded a new app.
Go on, what's next on your list,
James,
James?
anything else that
back
you
on my
wanted to talk
highlights
about?
of the year.
Yeah.
So actually, I've got Mario Kart 8 is on the top.
Yeah. Good game.
Then I've got Bratter's Christmas jumper.
Oh, thank you very much. Isn't
Not
this
that
one
one.
particular?
No, the one you
Oh.
had, the original one you had that broke.
Well, I've actually,
With the lights
I
on
actually
it.
explained in last week's podcast that I won't be wearing it again anymore.
Why?
Because I said this
The new
literally
one.
like
This is the
4 hours ago.
The replacement.
Is this the one with the Santa sleigh on it?
No, it's the mainly the one with the Christmas tree because I was
that went back?
no, I've got it, but I'm not going to wear it again.
Oh,
'Cause I saw you know that I kind of made a bit of a deal about it when I first got it. Like I walked into the room and
You were a bit of a
wanted-
prick about it, yeah.
I was a bit of a prick about it, I'll say in hindsight. Well, I saw someone in the bar that I was in on last Friday walk up to his friends who obviously hadn't seen him in a little while, you know, and he got his jumper out, made a big deal out of it.
You saw someone do this?
Yeah, he was sitting to my left.
You watched someone else?
Well, he was wearing the exact same jumper that I had previously done
Someone-
this exact same thing.
Like you?
No, well, yeah, maybe. And I immediately and unquestionably hated him. And
Did you have an out-of-body experience?
And
you
now-
saw yourself
No,
doing
it was another person with his chums, and he
It
was
wasn't
like,
Ricardo, was it?
Look at my jumper.
The Colombian chess player?
No, it wasn't.
Pirate.
It wasn't.
Croydon legend.
And now I can't really wear that again.
Another highlight, actually, talking of this and you in the pub with this jumper, is when we're there having a little drink, surrounded by all sorts of people, and you're sitting, there's all wires trolling out your jumper. And he's sitting there with his wires, he's like, all right. He gets his battery out, starts connecting a battery up. I'm like, Bratters, do you know what this looks like right now? You've got wires coming out your jumper, you're trying to hook a battery up to. This looks like...
Wow. Yeah, I know. That's another good reason
That's
not to wear
the
them.
reason you can't wear it.
Right,
I've got
actually.
a light-up jumper for Christmas.
Yeah.
Because I
Well,
was told by Tom, because I'm over at his place for Christmas this year,
that everyone's going to be doing it.
I was told that I had
Don't
to
believe
come with a Christmas pudding theme.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because
Well, I'm going to
that's
dress
good.
as an elf.
Because Tom is an elf.
Yeah.
This
Right.
is what happens, the Ori Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, that's
It's not, I won't say it's my idea, because it isn't.
Is this like the Halloween party that you had,
Yeah.
where you were the unwilling
Mm.
host? Okay.
The
fair
house looked good at Halloween.
I wasn't involved.
Oh.
enough. Well, I mean, do you have some good memories from the RE Christmases of past years?
Yeah.
Like anything you want to share to try and
Yeah, lots of food.
bring back some kind of nice... I mean, the people listening to this, it is literally going to be Christmas tomorrow morning.
Really?
Well, they've had a good
Or-
time
No
listening
one's
to this.
listening to this then, are they?
They are.
If it's
Christmas
Christmas
Eve.
Eve.
Loads of people listen to this. You underestimate our fan base.
I'm really excited for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Dave's getting
Yeah.
Sonic or
So
something.
is this like, we're pretending it's Christmas Eve now? Is
Yes.
that what we should
Not
be doing?
pretending.
So it's like
It
when they
is.
film that like Friday night with Jonathan Ross, where they have to like pretend it's Friday.
It's not filmed on a Friday. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
They've had me going.
I'm Graham Norton,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
the real Graham Norton.
I don't know, I'm more of a wussy guy myself, I think.
And,
Yeah.
he's into games, isn't he? He's good.
He
Good
loves
lad.
his
Good
games.
lad.
He loves his PlayStation. He was there when he in the
Yeah,
shop.
it was PlayStation 94. Another highlight that is actually
We're
a
just
low
talking
light.
about stuff that that happened this month, aren't we?
It's another
Well,
low
there's
light
just
from
been
Dave.
so many cock-ups, hasn't there,
Okay.
this month?
All right.
Well, just with PlayStation being sold and to people that don't want it.
You mean the people that went along and got these limited edition ones and put them on eBay?
And even the website, it's just...
I like the little spectacle around it though. I thought it was.
You
quite
know
nice.
what? I found two PS4 20th anniversary editions on eBay now. Both of them have said proceeds go towards a boob job. Like what? Who are these people selling PS4s to get a boob job?
Why would you possibly need to state that?
Well,
I guess they think it's going to increase the bid somehow.
yeah.
Why?
Don't know.
Don't know. It's odd.
So how much did you bid, Dave?
Towards my own boob job, you mean?
Blimey.
I wish I had a PS4 anniversary edition.
Yeah, it'd be going straight on eBay, wouldn't it? Would you actually, if you had one, Dave, would you keep it? If you picked one up for £20 and you had the potential to sell, how much are they selling for?
A couple of thousand.
Are they actually selling for that?
Probably not. Well, I think some did sell for about 1,800. So
You'd probably get at least £1,000, I reckon.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Will I sell it for £1,000?
Because it's a grey PlayStation, fundamentally.
Probably not, because I'd know that in 10 years' time it'd be worth 3 times as
Don't
much.
know if it would. Don't think it would.
There's a lot of interest in it now, though, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's a collector's item, isn't it? And I am the true collector.
I think it's...
Tom's just sold all his collection. I'm really sad about that. I'm sad for you.
It's because he's got no space for it anymore.
And it's not... I didn't have any memories attached to it. It was stuff I'd bought later on.
See, I do. I just did my wardrobe out over the weekend, and I chucked a coat out that's about 15 years old, and I was sad about it.
Right, because of the memories attached to that coat.
My girlfriend thinks I'm a disgrace, but that's how we
for
roll.
the reasons entirely.
You know.
And also doesn't like the decision you made about the coat. That was awful.
That was...
What's next on?
It was like a
Brad,
Formula 1
I feel
car.
like I've got to do your job again. Why are you not moving this on to James's list?
Oh, back
Sorry,
to my
James,
list.
back to the
my
list. Get your foot off the table, you absolute hooligan.
What do you mean?
Dave.
Jeez. You're taking liberties, all right?
Red Bull.
Oh, it's empty now, unfortunately.
Right, back
Well,
to
that
me.
explains an
Back to
awful
me.
lot.
Right, so I just had Bratter's Xmas jumper.
Yep, thank you.
Right, I've got winning. This was 2 weeks ago. I won £25 on the lottery.
Yep.
Wow.
Highlight.
We spend way too much money on the lottery in the hope that we're
Oh,
to
yeah,
leave
sure.
all you lot behind and go and move somewhere. Where
Well,
You do. Both of you enter the lottery a lot.
I haven't played the lottery in ages.
What did you spend the 25 your winnings on?
More lottery tickets.
well, £10. So 5 lines went for more lottery stuff.
Expensive now, isn't it?
And then the other £15 probably went on like nappies or something.
God.
Yeah.
Is that what
Who had to buy rollies the other day?
What the fuck are you on about?
Something's happening.
You mean those
Just
kids'
taking a
sweets?
bad
Those-
turn
those-
again.
Sorry, James, I apologise for this.
So that was the lottery.
Jesus.
Right, I've got
We should never do afternoon
when Jim
podcasts.
bought everyone Yum Yums.
Oh, that was a good
That
thing.
was good, yeah.
And the little caramel shortbread thing.
Oh, that was good.
What? I wasn't here
You
for
weren't
that.
in for that,
What
but yeah.
happened then? When was
He
that?
got some like gold leaf covered chocolate shortbread.
They are.
expensive. £2 from Greg's.
I may
Expensive
have
ones.
something
Yeah.
like that for the Christmas
Wow.
selection this year, Tom.
Ooh,
So-
blimey.
But it's from Waitrose.
But it's not for you. He's talking about bringing it to my house.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah, I've gone all out because I asked Tom if he wanted any money towards Christmas,
And
and he said, "Oh no, just get some sweets and stuff." So
This
I've
is-
got
Can we
boxes of
come? Can we
sweets.
come round to your?
I've got a very fancy Heston chocolate Christmas cake.
Ooh.
If I'm honest, I'm
£20.
worried about that slightly.
£20 for a Christmas cake.
Has my nose gone a bit red?
Yeah.
I've
Yeah, a
been
little
digging
bit.
it into the thing,
A little bit.
the pop shield, and it hurts now.
Dave, you've been doing this for years. You must know that's what
How
happens.
am I meant to angle this microphone? If I just talk into it,
No, not like that.
No.
Hang on.
You've subverted the pop shield. Stop.
I don't know what I'm doing now.
Dave, what was...
What was wrong with how
No,
it
what-
was?
Well, it's hurting my nose, James.
Because you're pushing your nose up against the shield.
Dave, you see
Is
how
that
I'm
better?
sat, Dave, and the Bratters?
Yeah.
None of us have our noses pressed into it.
But you two both have the pop shield going over the top.
Well, just leave it. I mean, we're at the very end of the podcast
We're-
now. I
we're
think we
near-
can maybe
Almost
do.
there.
Oh, we're coming
do
up
this.
to an end.
I've only got like one item left on my
Stop.
list, so...
Stop hitting the fucking microphone.
They all cut off just before you think they're going to keep going, and they just stop.
It's a little bit abrupt, isn't
I was
it?
wondering why you'd taken so long over the first part of the podcast,
Yeah.
and I realised it's because Dave was... Yeah.
Just save it, Dave.
Save
whatever it is.
it.
Save.
What?
Oh, that was very disappointing.
They're not long enough.
They're little jingles, aren't they? They're not like full tracks.
I've just discovered a new
Oh.
feature.
You shake it. There's a random one, does it? Yeah.
Dave, maybe just hold off on those for a little bit.
Merry Christmas!
God. Right, next.
Right.
James, where are you at on
Thanks
your
for that
list?
introduction, Dave.
Yep.
Right. Right, so I ordered a Wii Fit Amiibo.
Right. Oh, you...
Hang about
James.
now. Is this something that we're talking about?
I ordered a Wii Fit Amiibo.
Okay.
A Wii Fit Amiibo.
A Wii Fit Amiibo.
And
Is that the trainer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And instead of that,
Well, singular.
Nintendo Store sent me a Wii Fit balance board and game.
That is
That's amazing.
quite the markup. Have you told
Quite
them?
the cock up.
Yeah, I've had to tell them.
Oh.
But they haven't responded.
There you go, Nintendo. If you're
They're
listening.
throwing money away, aren't they?
Yeah, but I've missed out on my Wii Fit Amiibo.
Yeah, but... Yeah.
Did you want one?
They're limited.
I-
Have you not seen the internet?
I love
Everyone wants one.
Amiibos.
You get them off Tesco.
Well, I don't want to buy another one in case they have to send me...
Is that bubble burst, by the way?
The Amiibo bubble's
Amiibo
gone.
bubble.
The Amiibo
It's
bubble
like
is gone.
people needed to cash out like about a week ago, maybe.
I don't
feel
think the bubble was
I
ever
feel
there,
like Nintendo
Braz.
have just got rid of the amiibos that they couldn't sell.
It was very
easily.
clever. It was very clever.
It's funny that they've suddenly become restocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hasn't it? You know, but
I'm
I
not
wouldn't,
gonna-
I
I'm
wouldn't
not-
like to speculate on what has occurred there. But
Big Brett's got almost all of them now, hasn't he?
Of course.
Oh,
yeah,
Brett.
it's fucking
Apart
Brett.
from Wii Fit, I think. is
he
what
bangs
said.
on it. Oh, why'd you buy the Skylanders? Why'd you? And then he goes and buys all the Amiibos.
At least Skylanders have a purpose in games.
By the way, big news in the Skylanders world, which you may have heard last week, not today,
Yeah, I
when
think
it
we
just
made that
broke,
point quite well. It's fine.
about the new types, dark and light. I think that's what they are.
Right?
It's unprecedented, Bratters.
They found even more ways to sell.
Have they discovered these
Toys to
somewhere
you.
in like Skyworld or
They
something?
didn't know how to make them up until now.
And the ancient Skylands. They've
The,
discovered
the ancient Skylands of yore. They have. Wow, that's incredible. I hope you're going to buy all of them.
Well, I'll have to put them on my Christmas list and see if they arrive.
Well, there you
I
are.
love the fact that you have games on your Christmas list and stuff like that.
Yeah, nerd. Fucking nerd.
What do you mean? Where else,
When you go play
what
some
else
games,
would I have on my Christmas list?
Nerd.
What were you talking about earlier? The,
I've asked for a book for Christmas.
a gaming
Have
book.
you?
Yeah.
It's a gaming book.
Oh,
It's like, it's Keith Stewart's Mega Drive book.
It does look quite interesting.
good. Good.
Yeah.
Uh,
Although, was it? Brett was going on get the Kindle version.
Who wants the Kindle version?
That's not a book
Fucking
you buy on
Brett,
Kindle, is
it's-
it?
It's one of those books you just sort of
face it.
throw somewhere.
If it's
and-
not a Marvel Blu-ray, he doesn't have a clue.
He is weird when it comes to stuff like that, isn't he?
Yep.
Marvel Blu-ray.
James, back to your list. Where
Right,
are we at?
so I've finished.
Hopefully, we're at the end.
Almost back to where I
Almost.
started here.
Actually, can I add mine first?
Fine.
I
Number
thought
8.
you said all of them.
Number 8. When Brett said he only buys Marvel
Yeah,
Blu-rays.
that was a good. That
and
was
then
good.
later added also DC Blu-rays and other superhero films.
Yeah, he does
Marvel
come out
versus
with some
DC
stuff.
Blu-ray.
I mean, they are visually impressive. I mean, you can say that.
But it's the way they're the only Blu-rays he wants to own.
Why doesn't he just buy films that are good?
Yeah.
Excellent question. You absolutely can't say that.
So this
What
is
bad
going
films
out
have I bought?
on Christmas Eve, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I can reveal now
What?
that I am Brett's Secret Santa.
Shit.
So I
What?
bought him some Blu-rays. They're not Marvel.
Excellent. Excellent.
It's
That
not
is
my
perfect.
It's
This
not
is
my
gonna
copy
be
of The Notebook,
An
is it?
interesting
No, it's not your
moment.
Oh
Copy of the
god,
Notebook.
he's not going to take that well, is he?
Well, I don't know. He might do. There's some good films.
How many did you get him?
I bought him. It's a collection of. It's the
If he listens to this,
five Blu-rays. And I also got him the Flappy Bird annual.
you got him 5 Blu-rays and an annual for £10.
I'm a great shopper. I got
Why
him
didn't I
some-
get you from? I'd go and have some shit. I know.
Who
Yeah.
have you got in the
I
Secret
don't
Santa?
know. I don't know.
I know who Dave hasn't got.
Who's that?
Dave pulled someone out of the Secret Santa hat, looked at it and went, nah.
Yeah.
And then put it back in.
And then he gave it to me, the prick.
Oh, so I do know who you've got.
Oh, right, there we go. There we go.
Okay, it's no one in this room.
I know who I've got.
I should hope so.
And they're going to get...
Oh, it's
a
me. I
great
know it's
gift.
me. Oh, I don't want it to.
Why? Why do you think it's
a
you?
lovely-
Right, you can tell it. You can tell whoever it is because I won't listen to it until.
It's a lovely
Christmas
gift.
Eve.
It's a lovely gift.
Because you wouldn't say it was when Steve was. So it's either me or Steve. And it's not
Whoever the
Steve.
lucky giftee is.
I've seen the gift, and that person is very lucky.
It's gonna
They've
be
got 2 gifts.
It's gonna be some kind of horse grooming set or something, isn't it? Because you think that's really hilarious. Oh God, I think I was spot on. Oh,
Can we
no.
do it now?
No.
Live on the podcast?
No, we
No,
can't.
you'll ruin Christmas.
Oh.
Okay,
It's good though. It's good, Braz.
excellent. So it is me. Oh crikey. Okay, is that everyone's highlights
Hang
from
on,
the?
so Tom,
oh.
you've just done 8. Have you got any more? Are you done?
I did think I did. Yeah, I'm done. I actually only had 6, but I added 2 on the fly.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so
Very
what-
impressive.
what am I
Broken
up
the
to?
illusion there of
Down
a
my
big list.
I've got baby at the end, obviously, because
Yeah, you had a baby. It's
that
good.
was like
It's good.
When was your
Big
wedding? Last year.
that was last year. Yeah.
Tom, you shouldn't.
I was going to say my best man speech should have been top. But
Should I have a baby?
No.
I don't think so, Dave.
No, you're not ready.
Is that my Secret
Shouldn't
Santa
we have one
gift?
as if Where's my
Stuff
baby? I thought I should have a baby. Or
Just
Well, it's just that I'm getting on, and I do keep asking people who are listening to this, if they'd like to ever go for a drink. No one's taken me up on my offer yet.
so you're going to have a child? That's
Not with someone listening to the podcast. Well, I don't think so, anyway.
But are you asking then?
No, but like...
Why did you bring up the going for the drink thing? What's that got to do with the baby?
I think it'd just be nice, wouldn't it? I mean, there's been many times where I've often thought, should we just invite some people in for the podcast without running it past anyone and just putting the address out and going, come along at 10 o'clock?
I don't understand the link between the podcast and the baby.
Yeah.
No, I don't either, really, but I'm thinking, I'm getting on a bit.
All right.
So
maybe
that's what it is. The link is you're getting on a bit.
Is it time to settle down? Because the thing that people at home, they might be saying, Dave, you sound so young, you sound so youthful. Really, I'm approaching 30.
You are not.
He is.
I'm towards that end of the line.
You're 29.
He's late 20s.
Don't you? Did you just say that? I'm not 29.
Are you not 29?
You're 29. You are 29.
I'm nearly 29.
Right.
I mean, I don't act like it, I'll be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
But, is that the time you should start having babies now?
I think
men can generally have children much later in life, Dave.
All right, let's put it another way. How long can I put it off until it really starts to become a problem?
Well, it depends on...
Do you want a
what
child?
your partner is
have you
after,
talked
Dave.
about this with your significant other?
She tries to talk about it with me.
Right, I think we need to wrap this up.
I think, Dave, you need to call a different podcast for advice.
This is not the oh, God.
I need a bit of perspective over a drink.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Is your list done, James, or not?
Yeah, that was it. Baby was the last one. Yeah.
Right.
I've got some baubles.
They're so short.
Well, they are like proper radio jingles, that's why.
This is a professional one, this is. Should we get another one?
I want to go home.
Good one there.
Please stop it.
Dave, have you done your list?
Don't we know? Yes, he's done it. He's done it.
I thought that was a bit Knight Rider-ish. Did you have a list, Brad? Did you use another one?
I put him into the other one and then maybe said a few things.
It was just all turn-based bollocks, wasn't it, basically?
Yeah, all three of my favourite games. No, Dragon Age isn't turn-based.
Well,
This has been a disaster of a podcast.
Is this your apology?
I anticipate the comments would be, best podcast, guys.
No.
Why are you so mean to Bratters?
Is this what you're asking them to
Why
write?
does Bratters talk so much?
If you'd like to hear some more Video Gamer podcasts, like and subscribe. Pass it on to your friends or embed it in a forum.
Can you embed our podcast? I suppose on YouTube. Yeah.
Can you? Yeah, make sure you write reviews on iTunes.
Yeah, over Christmas when you're not at school or
We
work,
can't. No, we can't.
Go
No,
on to
we can't ask
iTunes
people to ask. No, after
and
this.
start writing
Not after
reviews,
whatever this was.
because we need more people to listen to the podcast.
No, not now. No, we'll do it after a better one.
Bratters, did you do any cooler stuff? Any callers?
No,
No.
That's the Metal
We
Gear
put
theme
out an
there.
official request.
I know, and then I
For stuff
completely
like
ignored
that.
it.
It won't stop.
Classic.
It needs to go on until it's
I need
finished.
to. Oh, can we? Oh,
So at
Jesus!
the moment you're
Look.
refreshing
Stop.
it to make sure it doesn't play.
No, but listen, it is the Metal Gear theme. Da 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 da. Look again.
It's not, Dave.
Da 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 da. See?
That's the Metal Gear tune. The one that's playing.
No.
I'm going to smash that iPad. I promise.
That sounds like it's
I'm
from the
gonna break
Downton
it.
Abbey Christmas CD.
Oh, that's the...
Ooh,
Oh, we're done.
Is that what's in my? Is that what you got me for the Secret Santa?
You wish.
Oh, yeah, that would be much better than what you're actually getting.
Oh,
That's probably
Okay.
way out of the price
Well,
range.
thank you very much for sticking with this podcast. It was a very different
It's a
tone
good
to
job
last
I
week's.
didn't. If I'd have had you for sick, you'd have got such a load of shit.
I know.
I was so
Okay,
disappointed.
but
I think everyone wanted Bratters because everyone knew that they could have fun with it, but...
this is so cruel. I wanted.
I do feel like I could have done a better job than I have, Bratters. Don't start getting your hopes up for what it's going to be.
I honestly, absolutely,
It is linked to
100%.
horses. I'd like to tell them, people at home, what it is.
I do think, though, we could get a New Year's video from it.
It's a two-parter, isn't it? It's a two-parter. There you go.
Maybe when we've done it on Friday, maybe we could talk about it briefly after. And this could be the serial part of the
No,
podcast.
it's-
We go,
no.
next week on Video Gamer
Honestly,
UK,
we
find out what Bratters got
So, like,
for his Secret Santa.
listening to Serial over the last couple of months has like really changed like my perspective of what podcasting can be.
On
Like
life.
it's been incredible. Like
But you've
it,
made
you know,
no efforts to improve this.
it's
at
been
all.
and like we can't ever mention the name Serial after that. Like we
Why?
can't. What has happened over
That
the last
was
hour
one
and
of our
15
most
minutes?
unique podcasts of all time.
It was one of the worst things I've ever been part of.
What are you talking about?
You,
enjoyed it, but it's
Bratters,
fine.
you moan about us being negative, and you say that to end the Christmas podcast.
Yeah. So there we are. Please review the podcast. And Brad says it's one of the worst experiences he's ever had in his life.
Tell you, it won't,
Thank you very much
it won't be on Friday.
for listening.
Come Friday, you'll be
week,
sitting
mate.
there
Last
thinking
week.
that podcast was amazing in comparison to this. Yeah, last week.
Yeah.
I'm very confused, Branters.
Thank you very. Can I end it?
No, let's just keep talking for a bit.
Is it time to go home?
I
yet?
want.
Can we carry it going for
Honestly,
another
like
hour?
we need to stop.
We do?
Yeah.
I'm very sad. All the people at home, I just want to say to them, it's been a wonderful year.
It
And I
has.
love you all very much. And even though I bang on about how shit this year's been and how hostile people can be towards one another, Christmas is a time for loving and forgiving. And just remember those words as you go to sleep tonight.
Before the big day tomorrow.
You wake up in the morning, you're there, it's Christmas. Hallelujah, happy universe Christmas.
The classic phrase.
The well-known season's greetings. Yeah.
And just rejoice on this day and be happy.
Okay.
Because there's only one Christmas day a year. And have fun with it, really.
Tremendous. That's.
I remember when I
You stop.
I was given a shirt instead of SSX Tricky
Oh,
at Christmas.
dear.
I was so angry. I was really pissed. Don't have a day like that. Your parents will remember it forever. If you get a shirt instead of SSX Tricky, just go with it. Save up for SSX Tricky and they'll respect you for it a bit more. Don't do what I did and have a bit of a hissy
Be a
fit.
complete dick about it.
It's a really lovely anecdote.
Was- I thought we were going to end on the message. Okay. Thank you very much for listening to this Christmas Eve special podcast. It's been a pleasure, and I'd like to thank Tom Ori,
Goodbye.
James Ori,
Bye.
and David Scammell, I guess.
Merry Christmas!
That's kind of like SSX Tricky, wouldn't it?
The little ding. Amazing.
Goodbye.